Creativity can be simply defined as the state or quality of being creative, or being able to make things in a variety of new ways. But there's a better definition when it comes to people and how they engage in it: the ability to transcend traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationships, or the like, and to create meaningful new ideas, forms, methods, interpretations, etc. Originality, progressiveness, or imagination. Creativity isn't merely the act of making new things. It's a powerful tool for shaping the world around us and allowing people to connect and grow in ways they never thought possible before. This truth is especially evident for Black people. Throughout the various struggles that Black people have faced, creativity has played an instrumental role in their history. In the US, Black Americans generated movements like the Harlem Renaissance and the Chicago Black Renaissance, born from a desire to give their hopes and dreams form and to imagine themselves beyond their present circumstances. The Black community in Chicago has a rich creative history, especially stemming from its renaissance with artists like Gwendolyn Brooks, Nat King Cole, Gordon Parks, and Richard Wright, just to name a few. Much of the impetus behind this movement came from very challenging times. From the Great Migration, which brought many Black Southerners to the city, to the Red Summer of 1919, and even the Great Depression. Despite the disheartening and difficult circumstances these periods of time were, Black creativity still emerged, stronger than ever. Through their art, these creatives challenged the discrimination they faced, conceived solutions to relevant issues, and imagined futures where Blackness could be celebrated in its fullness, working to create space for Black people to make their own impact on the city. Today, creativity remains a driving force for Black people everywhere, and the same is true for Black students at UChicago. Despite some of the challenges that Black students face here at the university, we found a variety of ways to use creativity in building and finding community, and in making space.
So visuals came from me and Aaron. We had this idea. We're both very much into capturing Black images and Black happiness and Black joy and Black experiences. And so during our freshman year of COVID, when we were, class of 2020, we had a very lockdown quarter. We thought about ways in which our Black community was not being supported. And a big thing about it is that we don't see a lot of representation of ourselves on our UChicago campus. We don't see a lot of representation of Black people in Chicago, though we live in the heart of the South Side. We don't see that representation anywhere very often, besides places of service work, i.e. the cafeterias, or if we see people of color, there are maids, or that are, standing on the corners till 4:00 in the morning in the middle of a blizzard. And we wanted to show that people of color, Black people, people of the South Side, people of Chicago have more to add to our campus, to our culture, to our community, other than just service workers. I was a big photographer, and Erin she has just great imagination. So we thought of combining those two things and creating a visual series. So it started off with quarterly projects where we'll think of, and then we've now grown to where we have an artist in residency program with 3 artists each quarter. Don't need to be professional photographers, don't need to have anything, just have to have a really cool idea, and visuals does all the technical work. And allows for Black creatives to come. And so we think of a topic generally, and then the artists in residence will come, and then they will create a theme off that larger theme. So if our theme was, for example, thinking back to what we did last year, the theme was Black History Month and empowerment. So we had a Black Panther theme shoot, and a Black resistance shoot. And then we had a My Hair Belongs Everywhere shoot, where we had people wear do-rags and have their hair done. And then we had a black, brown, and golden shoot to show the different varying colors of our melanated and sun-kissed skin, and let those images be plastered all over our campus, all over the internet, all over this beautiful planet. The biggest part about visuals is creating a community of Black artists to be empowered and celebrated. So we always try to bring in each quarter new people each quarter, interacting new creatives together that have never had the opportunity to meet each other, create art together, and ultimately share this with as many people in this creative process as possible. Photography by itself is like a very magical medium that we have in terms of artistry, because at no given moment are we ever always happy. At no given moment are we ever always sad. At no moment are we always continuously anxious or nervous or whatever. And so often we're able to take these very intense emotions or intense feelings, and we're able to like hold it like a Pokemon, like capture it, image, and this moment, this feeling, or this anticipation of a feeling, or this reaction to an image or reaction to a situation is captured and can be further analyzed and loved and appreciated forever and ever, always. So specifically for empowering Black students on campus, we're able to capture their happiness, some of the happiest moments that they're in this image, and we're able to keep that happiness, because we go through so much going to Chicago, we go through so much living in Chicago, we go through so much living in America, and so being able to capture those incredibly happy moments. For example, when we were doing Our Hair Belongs Everywhere, capturing those moments people are happy and feeling comfortable wearing their do-rags in the middle of Mansueto, or like in this predominantly white space, and being comfortable and empowered by their natural hair and their frills being out and their curls being out and their braids being out, and wearing their bonnet and X, Y, and Z. So that's one way that picture is able to show and capture and empower Black creativity in that way. But then also in a lot of ways, we're able to capture the intensity of our wrath. In our Black Revolution shoot, we were trying to make a call, even through our messages in our descriptions of our work. We were calling up for action, we were calling for change, we were calling for an awakening in a way. And we're able to capture in those moments the wrath, the power behind the Black voice, the power behind the Black spirit, and capture in a picture where you can always look back and be like, these individuals were trying to stand for something. And I think that's one of the reasons why photography is such a powerful medium for capturing and empowering Black voices, because in videography, you can capture these intense and purposeful emotions, visceral emotions, and keep them forever. Yeah, our biggest mission is to bring as many novice or people who have interest in storytelling and creating art, who've never used a professional camera before, have never been to a photo shoot, but like have a dream, have an idea of something cool, an image that they want to capture, a vision that they want to see, something that they want to see represented, whether that's, I want to see more women in STEM represented and I want to see that image, or if I want to see more, literally anything, creating that space for people to do that.